again, off on a great adventure, headed straight for the adventure zone. We are at the Willow Lake Sangre de Cristo Wilderness Trailhead today, and it is going to be awesome. We are going to be heading up the Willow Lake Trail. As you can see there, once we arrive at our beautiful campsite near Waterfall at Willow Lake, we will be heading up the north ridge of Kit Carson Peak and exploring the whole area up there. Assuming weather and energy permits, we will also be exploring Columbia Point as well as Challenger Point, two other locations named after the space shuttle disasters. Without further ado, we are going to go ahead and start heading on up the trail. We will see you up there. It is moist and nice. Obviously there's been plenty of precip, so it's been easy breathing. Although I will say all that moisture has built up a significant mosquito population. I would definitely be ready for them. It's the reason I'm wearing two shirts right now. And I just kind of soaked myself so that wearing two shirts I'd still be nice and cool. But it has been keeping them off. And then last note, maybe you noticed, the trail is fairly steep, so it's a good workout, and it would be a real tough ascent to get Carson Peak in a single one-day push. Definitely could be done, but tough feat for cardio guys. More roses than I've ever seen. Looks like we know what to do from here. Here's home for tonight, and I gotta say, it's definitely a room with a view. That is just spectacular. And over there isn't bad either, but the mosquitos are terrible. Hey, good morning. Here we are on the approach to Kit Carson Peak. We're going to be doing the North Ridge today. You can see the upper edge of it illuminated in the sun there. So that is our plan. I am here today with Nate. We just ran into each other yesterday dancing around the awesome waterfall. Oh, yeah. So we are pretty excited to get on up here, do a little class 4 scrambling on our way to the summit of Kit Carson. And we'll see how we feel and decide what we're going to do from there. But it is a beautiful morning now that the sun is starting to rise and birds are starting to sing. Nate and I have just crossed the boulder field. We stayed high, relatively close to the cliffs on Climbers Right. It worked out pretty well. You can definitely see signs of other climbers in the area. And the scene's getting beautiful. We are getting very close to the outbound couloir, which is where our ridge will start again on Climbers Right, the North Ridge of Kit Carson. So things are going super smoothly, and the scene is really second to none. So we'll see on the ridge. Woo, she's a little loose here. Uh-huh. If you pick your route carefully, it's really not too bad. And if you don't, it is pretty bad. Awesome. Okay, Nate is heading up the Climbers Right side of the couloir now. And as soon as we get above the cliff band on his right, we are going to be cutting back to the right above the cliffs and over to the North Ridge proper. Howdy. Well, we are about 3/4 of the way up this ridge. Let's say we only have 200 meters or so left, and it has been pretty darn aesthetic. Definitely loose alpine rock in nature. Really want to be careful of that. Fairly isolated class 4 sections. Although there's one right there. Things are going well, moving up smoothly, aside for the death of my drone on takeoff. So that was a sad moment, but I'd rather it be the drone than me or my partner. And there's a cool look at the Sand Dunes National Park. And behind is Little Bear, Lindsay, Blanca, Ellingwood Point. All epic climbs. To the left, Crestone Needle and Crestone Peak. Okay, here we are on the summit of Kit Carson Peak. And it is darn nice. I would say there was limited sections of Class 4 on the North Ridge. Definitely worse sections of Class 4. You could make it harder or easier, and I would certainly be prepared for Class 4 with some loose areas, even on the ridge proper. Definitely some surprisingly loose points. But the scene is awesome, and the climb was very aesthetic. So another A+ adventure here for sure. I would definitely recommend it. And if you're comfortable with Class 4, I would definitely recommend the North Ridge. I think it's actually, in a way, more pleasant, just avoiding all the talus and doing a little more solid rock and exciting climbing. That is up to you. So we will head on down to the avenue, check it out. Still haven't decided on Columbia Point. That's a maybe. Well, we'll see. That's right there. One last thing, and this is Challenger Point right here, and that's a requisite to get down to the lower right in the beautiful lake. And if you look really closely, you can see climbers just right of that big dark shadow. And that is basically from the summit. So you go down and to the right and then wrap around to the avenue where we're headed next, or up Columbia Point.